Welcome back to another episode of Mastering Master Mode. We start this episode off by crushing some Eye of Cthulhu's. I know that this is one of the first bosses in the game, but it's crazy to me how much faster we can take it out now than the first time we fought this boss. Each of these fights is lasting 10 seconds at the most. Farming the Eye of Cthulhu like this is a great way to make a little bit of extra money, since it drops money and you can sell all of the other drops as well for some extra cash. I then decided it was time that I got myself some new wings. I've been using these fledgling wings for way too long in hard mode. Getting wings used to be one of the first things that I would do when I got to hard mode, but since I had the fledgling wings, I didn't even really think about it until now. My first attempt at taking on a wyvern does not go well, however. I get creamed. The next fight goes much better and I get 20 souls of flight, which is exactly how much I need to craft a pair of wings. I do end up taking a hit right at the very end of the fight, but luckily it's the only one and it doesn't do enough damage to take me out. I decide I'm going to craft the pixie wings, which means I need to head to my hallowed biome and farm pixies. However, I need 99 pixie dust, and it ends up turning nighttime before I get there. Nighttime is super dangerous in the hallowed biome, since these gastropods shoot lasers that can take a quarter of my health off at a time. Not only that, but the lasers are fast and hard to see, and that leads me to my next death. I then decided, since it's nighttime, I might as well go farm for the last few ingredients I need for the Ankh shield. This will not only give me immunity to knockback and most debuffs in the game, it gives me an achievement as well. With that in mind, I head over to the corruption, only to get taken out rather quickly by a world feeder, who can also deal a ton of damage per hit. I respawn, head back over and farm some more, only to be taken out by yet another world feeder. After that death, it's daytime, so I head back over to the hallowed biome to farm the rest of the pixies I need to get 99 pixie dust, which allows me to craft the pixie wings. These wings are going to be much better than the fledgling wings I was using before, since I can travel higher and faster than before. While farming for the last ingredient I need for the Ankh shield, the vitamins, I've run across a corrupt mimic before and it wiped me out almost instantly. However, this time, I just so happen to have a long tunnel underground that connects to my underground hallowed biome, so I'm able to outspeed it and take it down slowly. These mimics drop a ton of coins, as well as some pretty good items. As I'm heading back home, I spot a weird creature that I've never seen before, a rock golem. I attempt to take it out to see if it drops anything special, but it was way too much for me since I didn't know how it would attack or anything. After that death, it's back to the corruption to farm the vitamins. Now that I've finally found the vitamins, I can finish crafting the Ankh shield. With the Ankh shield crafted, I earn the achievement Ankh accumulation complete. With my newfound power, I decide I'm ready to take on Skeletron Prime. Skeletron Prime is the hard mode version of Skeletron. Instead of having just 2 arms, he's got 4, and each one is just as dangerous as the last. 2 of Skeletron Prime's arms are very similar to normal Skeletron, where they attempt to swipe at you and deal contact damage. However, Skeletron Prime also has an extra laser arm that shoots lasers at you, as well as an arm that shoots bombs all over the place. All in all, this fight is going fairly well, and I'm able to dodge relatively easily. Where this fight goes downhill is when I take about 350 damage in quick succession. I get hit by 2 lasers back to back, then I get swiped by both of his arms, and then I end up running into a Wraith, which deals the most damage somehow. This brought me all the way from almost full health down to 46. There was no way I was surviving after that. After that attempt at Skeletron Prime, I decided to take out several hollowed mimics. I just learned that I can take these guys out if I have a long flat platform, which I do since I built one for Queen Slime. I end up taking on 5 hollowed mimics, which nets me a whole bunch of money, a Daedalus Stormbow, which is an excellent weapon if I was playing as a ranger, a Crystal Vile Shard, which is a much needed upgrade for my Vilethorn, 2 flying knives, which, though they may seem like they should be magic weapons, are actually melee weapons, and an illuminant hook, which I don't end up using. While doing some gardening, I get a notification that the air is getting colder around me, and I just know that my plants are gonna hate this. What that really means, however, is Skeletron Prime is about to spawn naturally. It ends up spawning at the worst possible time while I'm busy in some crafting windows, and catches me off guard. Luckily, it doesn't do too much damage to me before I'm able to get up to my arena, but that doesn't stay true for very long, as it wipes me out very quickly, much faster than the last attempt. I wasn't quite fully prepared for that one, and I think it definitely shows. In that same night, I decide to give the Destroyer another go. This fight starts off fine, and actually even fairly lucky, as I managed to dodge about 1,000,000 lasers flying across my screen without taking any damage. However, one issue that I have with my arena being where it is I can get spawns of wyverns and harpies, which can end up making a boss fight extra difficult. In this fight, I end up losing almost all of my NPCs that were in my spawn location. The Destroyer shows no mercy. Here you can see exactly why having wyverns spawn during a fight with the Destroyer is a huge issue. I don't even end up dying to the Destroyer, I end up dying to a wyvern instead. Luckily for me, when I was about to use a spawner on the next night to spawn the Destroyer again, I get a notification saying I'm feeling vibrations deep below. This means that the Destroyer is going to spawn naturally and I don't have to waste a spawner. I felt pretty good about how that last fight was going, so if I just don't have a wyvern spawn on me this time, I should be okay. Rather than using the Cursed Flames, I'm using the Meteor Staff this time, since it's easier to control where it's going, and it deals a bit more damage. The big issue with the Cursed Flames is it doesn't bounce on the platform, meaning it can fall through before hitting the Destroyer. With the Meteor Staff, I'm able to aim anywhere I want, and it will hit that location. I'm very glad that I have new wings, since I'm able to fly around much longer, which helps with my dodging. If I was stuck on the ground or stuck floating down after I've used up my wing power, the destroyer would have huge opportunities to deal massive damage to me. I'm pretty sure if I get hit by the head of the destroyer, it will take out about 300 health, which you can see just there where I get hit for about 250. Even with that though, this fight is going excellently. I've only taken a couple hits from the destroyer and it is down to its last legs. Just a few more hits and I'll have this fight in the bag. And with that, the destroyer is defeated. My first hard mode boss has gone down. After defeating the destroyer, I decided to try and cleanse my desert so that I can get NPCs moved back into my desert homes. However, the underground desert is horrifying in hard mode. There are a ton of desert spirits which spawn homing flames that explode, and these things deal a ton of damage and are super hard to dodge. While trying to dodge them here, I ended up running into a cactus boulder. And while trying to dodge them here, I just don't and die again. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, drop a like, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe for more Mastering Master Mode. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I am, and I'll see you all next week for the next episode.